This topic of using 3D vectors to tackle line and plane questions can be quite overwhelming at first. In particular, there's so much content packed inside this topic, so many ideas, so many techniques, so many concepts that we have to learn. So in this video, my aim is to summarize this topic and group all the ideas and techniques we have learned in this topic into 5 categories, 5 key concepts that we can use to master this topic. These 5 concepts are especially useful when we tackle problems inside this topic. So when we encounter a problem, we'll try to see which of these 5 ideas that we're going to introduce will be useful to help us tackle the question. So the first of the ideas we're going to discuss is the idea of angles. So for example, in this picture, we want to find the angle between these 2 lines. We could also be interested in the angles between a line and plane as well as a plane and plane. So for these 3 cases as well, we might also be interested in the intersections between them. So for this picture, for example, what is the point of intersection between these 2 lines? The third concept we'll be covering will be the perpendicular distance. So in this example, we have the point B, and we're interested in the perpendicular distance, or the shortest distance between the point B and the plane underneath it. A related concept, but slightly different, is the foot of perpendicular. We are not so much interested in the perpendicular distance now, but we are interested to find the coordinates of this point F, the foot of perpendicular, that is right underneath B. And finally, for the 5th concept, we'll be covering relationships between lines and planes, etc. So these are the background requisites that we will be using throughout this video. So first, we'll be using our basic concepts of vectors, the idea of vector magnitude, unit vectors, ratio theorem, and parallel vectors. We'll also be using the dot and cross products, especially in projections and perpendicular lengths. Finally, we also assume familiarity with the equation of lines and planes and being able to make use of those equations to tackle problems. So with that, let's go to the first section, where we'll be covering how to calculate angles between objects.